Why are men congratulated for change that they make in their life, but women aren't? I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't know, now you know. Okay.
If that's not black excellence, I don't even know what to say. Like, what it is, what it ain't, it's your girl AMBRE ALERTT, and I am back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in today. This is really just going to be an impromptu video. I just wanted to hop on the camera. I got a lot of stuff going down this week. I'm trying to get as many uploads up as I can, because if you guys seen my recent vlog, make sure you go watch that. It was the last video I uploaded. Make sure you go watch that. My vlog, then you already know I got a lot of stuff coming up this week, so I have to push out as many videos as I can. But I was just watching a little bit of TV and something kind of caught my attention. Now, in this video, we're going to be answering the question, have black women become less traditional? We're going to break down everything, so don't even trip, don't even worry about it. What does being traditional as a black woman mean? So I just want to chat a little bit about that, because I saw it on a show called Johnson that just premiered, I want to say a month ago, on Bounce. If you guys have Bounce on your TV or on your regular cable, whatever the case may be. I like that show. I think it's pretty interesting. But anyway, they were talking, one of the characters on the show was talking to D.L. Hughley, how their partner has changed and how they see gender roles. They're saying like how, you know, how things were with their mother versus how things are with their wife. And he was complaining that his wife was putting her career first before the family, and he just feels like she's a different person and he don't know her no more and all this other stuff. And D.L. Hughley was kind of telling him like, look, you know, everybody grows, you know, you can't just expect her to be a certain way because that's what you saw growing up. And I just wanted to kind of address that as well. I feel like for some reason some men, let me just say that, because every time I make videos like this, men get offended by what I'm saying, but it's real talk. Like, I'm just being honest, okay? If you don't want to be honest, if you want to lie and act like you don't have double standards when it comes to women, then do your thing. But for the men that's actually hearing me out, and for the women that's hearing me out too, like, I just feel like, why is it that it seems like men have room to grow and change and alter themselves, but when women do it, it's funny, or it's a joke, or it's like we're choosing our career over our family, or whatever the case is. Like, why is it like that? Why are men congratulated for change that they make in their life, but women aren't? I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to also talk about like what traditional is. I feel like what he means by traditional, I think he means that women are supposed to cook and clean. And he did say that. He said, I'm just used to seeing my mom cook and clean and things like that. And, you know, my wife isn't doing it as much as, you know, I guess he's saying that she isn't doing it as much as he saw growing up. For one thing, I feel like men don't understand that a lot of women were forced into those roles by men. You know, it's a lot of things that women are supposed to do. I feel like it's a lot of things that men are supposed to do too. Men and women have the same responsibilities, especially if they're in a household or you know, in a family. I feel like it should be the same amount of responsibilities. In my opinion, I feel like it's a woman and a man's job to hold down the household, meaning financial wise, cleaning up, cooking, taking out trash. All of that can be shared responsibility. It doesn't have to just be all on one person. And of course, if that's the case, then a lot of women feel pressure to, you know, do certain things all the time, and it gets boring, and so do men. You know, I feel like that's why men cheat a lot. They feel overwhelmed with the pressure of bringing home the bacon all the time, being pressured to keep a good job, to stay at that job, even if they don't like it. It creates a lot of stress, and I feel like men have more of a leeway to release that stress however they see fit, whether it's cheating, blase. But what I'm saying is that versus women, you know, we do feel a lot of pressure to, you know, be a good mom and raise our kids and, you know, be at home all the time and cook and clean, and nobody wants to do that all the time. You know, I feel like if there's more freedom for women to do whatever they want, and men, then there'll be less like drama in the household, especially in a black household. There's, you know, usually there's like a man, he comes home from work, he's tired, so he brings home that tired ass energy, and then the woman is tired from being a mom, and then there's constant arguments about whose job is more, you know, who has more of a job than who. Like, that's annoying. If men and women share both the responsibilities of working and raising the kids, then I feel like there's no, like, excuse my language, but measuring contest. You know what I'm saying? There's no like whose D is larger than whose and all of that. Like, I feel like that eliminates that. I feel like if a woman and a man help each other out in each other's responsibilities, then you won't need all of it. Gender roles create a lot of conflict within any type of family relationship or whatever. Now, for financial wise, I say that a woman has responsibility to bring money to the table as well, because women, we can do it. We're not just cookers or cleaners, you know what I'm saying? We're not maids, you feel me? It's other things that we're good at, and it's other things that get overshadowed that we're good at, because we're supposed to do all of these other things first. At the end of the day, if you have a family, you know, your husband, he might get laid off or whatever the case. You got to be willing to lace up your bootstraps and help out the family and do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that men give women enough credit, especially in the past couple of years. There has been over a million black women entrepreneurs that have taken over, like, the country, and I feel like we don't get enough credit for doing it all, for being a good mom, for being business women, for being entrepreneurs, for just putting ourselves out there in a non-sexual way. You know what I'm saying? There are women that, you know, go astray, and naturally I feel like that happens when you're very young. You just want to, you know, your hormones are racing, you just want to let your freak flag fly, but there has to be a balance, and I feel like there has to be more structure in your life. You got to know that it's not a party every day, and that just goes for men too. Like, I feel like men over the past couple of years have been very hard on women, and we already have tons of pressure to be exactly the way men want us to be, and, you know, to do all of these things, or to have kids at a certain time, or to be a parent, all the being a stay-at-home mom, and, you know, cooking and cleaning and doing that all day. Doesn't that sound boring to you? Like, it's boring. Like, a lot of women, we were forced into doing that all day. Like, since the beginning of time, women have been forced into roles, and we've had limited rights. The reason why black women suffer the most is because we don't complain about it all the time. And black women do that all the time. We do what we can with what we have, and we make a ton of stuff out of nothing. And, you know, as a people, that's what we do naturally. And I just don't like that. I feel like black men complain a lot about things and that they don't change. They complain about their baby mamas. They complain about their finances. They complain, and they just, you know, they drag their feet with their responsibilities. We're already seen as weaker than men, so we can't complain. We don't have time for that. You know, we don't have time to complain. We don't have time to cry. And if we cry to you, it's because we trust you and we feel like you won't use it against us. So if we do cry to you, or we do tell you something personal, and you bring that shit up in like an argument, of course we're just never going to tell you anything again, because it's like a lesson learned. Black women, we need to feel safe with black men, not just in a sense of their physical attributes, but just, you know, mentally. We're still women, and we should be okay with feeling vulnerable around black men. We should be okay with speaking our mind around black men and having that acknowledged. and a lot of the times it's not acknowledged. Like, and we're just supposed to swallow everything that we have within ourselves. And who is asking black men to do that? Society. So it's like, I feel like as black women, sometimes we feel like we're not safe with our own men. So, and we know we're not safe out there. So who are we safe around? You know what I'm saying? And that's where the pain comes from, is the disacknowledgement of the pain that we go through. I don't understand. I mean, my thing is, we all make mistakes. I'm not sitting up here saying that women are perfect and we don't make mistakes. Yes, it's tons of things that we do that are wrong, you know, as a whole. It's tons of things that we do that are wrong, and it's tons of things that we can do to have better relationships with black men. I just don't like that. I feel like we get beat up on a lot. I couldn't help but hear what Tupac was saying when he was speaking about black women. I think that black men think that women still are stuck in that way of us just being cooks and cleaners, and you know, and all women, you know. This video is specifically about black women and black men, but the same thing applies to other cultures and as well. So I'm talking, you know, specifically to my culture, so I don't want people to think like I'm being disinclusive, because I have respect for all cultures. The show that I'm talking about is an all black show. It's a predominantly black show with black actors. So talking about the black community, so I just want to get that out there too. At the end of the day, I'm black. I'm a black woman in America, and I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. All right, you know, I started off on this channel saying exactly how I felt about exactly what I wanted to talk about, and I don't plan on stopping doing that. So, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top, and I'm not. Oh, I fucked it up. Hate it or love it, the underdog's on top, and I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stops. And I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. That's exactly how I feel about YouTube. Like, I'm an underdog and I'm about to be on top, so yeah. How y'all feel about this topic? Do y'all think that black women are less traditional than we used to be? Traditionally, black people are held back from a lot of opportunities. So if I'm just talking about women, then we just held back. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know, we ain't supposed to be doing nothing but just cooking and cleaning and maybe going to the grocery store and working for white families, being maids and stuff like that. That's what I think about when I think about traditional and black women in the same aspect. But let me know how y'all feel about this topic. Let me know how you feel about, you know, black women in general, just changing the scope of what people think about black women today. I know there's a lot of over-sexualization going on in the community, and I don't like it. I'm being real, like, I don't like it at all. I feel like black women, we are sexy, so we don't have to like force it. You don't have to do that. You don't have to try so hard to be sexy, because we already are. I feel like that's the last thing that we need to be worried about right now, is like how sexy we are. We need to start dominating. That's what we need to start doing. Dominating industries, giving back to our community, and uplifting young women. That's what we need to be focused on. So, yeah. The main thing that I think black women can improve on is being less sexual, because we don't need it anymore. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need to keep doing that. Like, we don't, you know. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on this topic. Make sure that you comment down below and let me know how you feeling about what I'm saying and what I'm putting down. It's Ombre Alerts. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will be back in the next video. Peace.